Well, folks, it's Thursday. You know what that means. It's ratings day. It's AEW Dynamite ratings day, and today, I think they kind of on the up and up, man. Because this week is 657. 657. Now, y'all know before they was up there in the mid 800,000s. They couldn't go any lower, or any higher. It was really stuck up there. Back in the day, in their heyday, or what some people may call their peak, it was a million, like low million, high 900,000. They would kill for those numbers nowadays. And then for a long time, it was stuck in the mid 800,000s. And I remember it was 1 week where they went below, and I'm like, yo, this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time. And they would kill for 800,000 if we're being honest. So now that they're on max, AEW at this point, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. They're on max. They don't have any reason to improve. They don't have any reason to change anything. They are who they are at this point. It's not about making money. It's not about improving wrestling. It's not even about giving people jobs. It's not about giving wrestlers insurance. It's not even about being competitive. It's just about having fun. That's all AEW is. And I think the sooner you realize that, and I'm talking to the AEW haters here, the sooner you realize AEW is just about having fun and these people just doing whatever the fuck they want to do and being paid by this billionaire, it'll be so much easier to watch and so much easier to digest and realize, like, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Like, we tend to blame Tony Khan, and I was once that guy to blame Tony Khan for all this mess, but it's not Tony Khan's fault, bro. Like, let's look at last night. Let's look at last night. You think Tony Khan told John Moxley to take a suplex on a spike? A better question, do you even think they ran that by Tony Khan? Seriously speaking, do you think they even ran that by Tony Khan? I personally don't. I think Tony Khan is just like us. The things he sees on television, he's seeing it as the same time that we're seeing it. He's just getting a better seat for it. He just gets to see the aftermath of it. Seriously. Like, this is the same guy who cheered for CM Punk when he came back for Collision. He's a fan, and I think the sooner AEW haters accept that fact, the sooner it'll be easier to enjoy. Or if you don't want to enjoy it, just don't watch it. Just don't watch it, because it's not real, bro. It's not a real company. It's not. It's not a real business. They're never going to compete with WWE. They sold us a falsehood. They sold us something. Maybe at one point they thought they could. I think every week AEW just waves the white flag and says, just please stop judging us. Please stop holding us to a standard. We're nothing. We're just trying to have fun. We're just trying to do the things we like to do. We're just trying to entertain a niche crowd. And you can't get mad at that. You cannot get mad at that. It is what it is. Let them enjoy themselves. If John Moxley wants to damn near paralyze himself on television, who cares? Let him do it. Let him. I don't get it. Maybe like it's. I can't be a hypocrite because I do have about a couple hundred videos ranting on AEW. I get it. I truly get it. But I also don't get it, because at this point, how do you not realize what AEW is? We're 6 years into this thing. I've only been watching I've been watching AEW for almost 4 years. That's insane. But it only took me about 3 years to realize that AEW is just not a real company. It's not a wrestling company. It is not. Just let these guys do what they want to do, and they're just going to keep getting these ratings, and these ratings don't matter to them. These ratings don't matter to them. Their numbers go down every year, and they just double down. Did you really think that John Moxley controlling the main event, the World Championship storylines, was a good idea for a winning business? John Moxley, the plumber. Like, come on, dude. I really wish they were a serious company, but they're not. They're not. They were never going to be. This is the Young Bucks company. This is the Being the Elite company. All you need to know about AEW is on Being the Elite. It's not serious, bro. And that's okay. That's okay. It is what it is. And these numbers, I could break them down, but I can go through quarter by quarter. I could do all that. But you already know how this goes. The first quarter, which is the lead in from the Big Bang Theory or whatever was before AEW Dynamite, was 766. The next quarter was 656. They lost 100K. Just know that. They lost 100K between first quarter and second quarter. They do this every week, and then it keeps going down a little bit. They lose like 10K here, 4K there. Then 9 o'clock comes up. They get a huge jump, and then it goes down again, and then for some reason, I don't know when this started. I think it started about a year ago. The runover, is that what it's called? The runover? Whatever that's called when they go overtime. They lose a huge number. I don't get that anymore because you would think people would be tuning in for the next show, but I think more people are aware, like, okay, because I used to know this with like NCIS or whatever used to come on before Monday Night Raw. You don't tune in to Monday Night Raw at exactly 8 o'clock because the show before is still gonna be running. You got like a minute or two grace period. So I think people are starting to realize that with whatever channel AEW Dynamite is on. And they like, all right, I'll just wait 5 minutes and then the shit show should be over. I'll maybe even give them 10 minutes because it's never the same. But that's how it always goes. The first quarter starts with a huge number. Then they lose about 100K if they're lucky, just 100K. Then they slowly lose like 5, then 10. Then in the 9 o'clock hour, they get a huge bump for some reason. And then they lose about 5 or 10. They lose a lot in the main event, and they lose a lot in the overtime. That's how it goes. You know the ratings. Even that number, the 655, the 657, the overall, that's faulty. That's fake. That's not real. That's bullshit. This whole show is bullshit. They bending the rules. They are bending the rules to make it look prettier. And I don't even understand why they do that. Actually, no, they're not doing that. They just they don't have production meetings. They don't have production meetings, so they don't even know. They can't time their TV show right because they don't have production meetings. It's not a real show, bro. It's not worth getting angry about anymore. Just anything, this is what I just started doing with AEW. I have it on in the background like it's Family Guy. Or if I'm really watching, I just turn my brain off. Like, that's what you have to do to enjoy AEW. And it's not just, and y'all kill me with the wrestling is good. No, the wrestling is bullshit. Because if the wrestling was good, then they would be WWE in 2021. Awful television with great wrestling. But they're not even that. They're WWE in 2019 or 2017 to 18, 19. They're that WWE. They're not WWE in 2021. Terrible television and great wrestling. Like, do y'all remember the Bianca and Sasha Banks match at WrestleMania 37? Amazing match, right? Amazing match. Do y'all remember the build-up of that shit? This shit was awful. Do y'all remember Reggie in the main event scene? Because it, like, that build-up was awful. And it could work the other way around. If the build-up is great, but the match is awful, that can still kind of work. Think of WrestleMania 25 with Triple H and Randy Orton. It can still work, but AEW is bad at both. They're bad at wrestling, and they are bad at television. They can't tell stories, as JD would say. But where JD goes wrong is the wrestling fucking stinks. Their timing is bad. They don't sell anything. Their logic is dumb. It's hard. It's hard to stay invested in shit when you gotta turn your brain off to enjoy it. Like, I love Family Guy, but I gotta turn my brain off to really sit there and listen to it. I'm not sitting and watching Family Guy. I don't even sit and eat dinner while watching Family Guy. No, Family Guy is a in the background thing. That's how AEW Dynamite is. I can't sit and watch Dynamite. Dynamite is something I'll probably have on when I'm editing or something because I can't just sit and focus and watch that shit because it's bad. The wrestling is bad. The TV is bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. Don't try to give them any leeway. Kenny Omega is a bad wrestler. I don't care what any of y'all say. Will Ospreay is a bad wrestler. I don't care what any of y'all say. Just because you could do a Hurricanrana flawlessly doesn't make you a great wrestler. Just because you're athletic doesn't make you a great wrestler. Is your acting good? Is your timing good? What is your crowd awareness? They have none of those. Is your logic good? They have none of that. It sucks. It's bad. It's bad watch. It's bad watches. It's bad graps. That's the word I was looking for. It's bad graps. It's bad. And this is why they get the ratings that they do. But the ticket sales for the pay-per-views are always going to be good because for some reason, the only thing that I noticed this, and maybe I'm tripping. I could count on like one hand how many times they done thumbtacks on like a Dynamite or a Collision, but it's like every single pay-per-view they do thumbtacks. I don't get why people act so, you know, I don't know why people act like the pay-per-views are such a spectacle. It's only a spectacle in brand name because they have the same exact matches that they have on Dynamite on pay-per-view. They don't know how to have a quick single television match. No, they got to be a 5-star Dave Meltzer banger. It's all bad. So just turn your brain off and enjoy it, or keep complaining and you know lose your voice to it. I that's why I checked out, man. That's why I stopped making these videos every day. Just yelling about the same thing every day when these people just they're gonna do them, man. And AEW as the initial statement is a failure. But AEW is just like a background noise, turn your TV off. I bet AEW is great when you high. I bet it is. But I'm done rambling. I'm done yapping. Those are the ratings. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you feel so inclined. I appreciate you all. I am going to start streaming every other day. So make sure you are subscribed to the Twitch. Link will be in the bio, or it's going to be on your screen right now. I appreciate you all. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Peace.